How you doing? I know it's kind of late. I promise I'll be back 2 hours ago, but you know, your boy fell asleep. That's what I do. You know what I'm saying? I work, I sleep, I eat, I enjoy my life. But so what I'm doing right now is I'm not going to do any painting right now. What I'm going to do, however, is I'm going to show you how to make a glove pattern. How to make gloves from scratch. It's really simple. It's really easy. Like I said, it is. There's not a lot going on with it. There's a lot happening. All you pretty much need is paper. That's all you pretty much need. And scissors, of course. That's how to make your pattern. Remember those things you used to do when you were in school, where you used to make the Thanksgiving turkeys, where you trace your hand basically. Basically, that's all it is. It's tracing your hand. You spread your fingers as wide as you possibly can on paper, and you basically trace. That's what you do. Basically, trace everything. You just constantly trace everything around your hand. That's what you do. You trace everything, and you go around your entire hand as far as you can on the paper. That's what you do. Then you have this paper. That's basically my hand. That's the pattern. You clean everything up. You straighten up all the lines. You make sure everything looks like right. You don't have any type of indentations and things of that nature. You end up with basically this right here, the cleaned up version. Of course, I did this before I got online and just made a copy of this first thing. And you take your paper scissors and basically, you remember how this would be the turkey, you guys? This would be the head of the turkey right here, and this would be the feathers of the turkey when you was growing up. So you'll put a little beak on here, call it a day, cut it off at the hand part, put some legs on it, and there'll be a little turkey thing that you take home for Thanksgiving and use it kindergarten stuff like that. Same concept. So basically, you just cut this pattern out, and if you do it right, you will basically have your size for your own personal thing. What's up, PPTV? How you doing? What's up, babies? How y'all doing? Yeah. So this is really easy. You know what I'm saying? That's how you make gloves. Well, a pattern for a glove. Mind you, this is not. There's no single allowance in this whatsoever. Single allowance is the amount of stuff that you use to basically cut your video. If I had my rotary scissors, well, it's not. It'd be much easier to cut. But since I'm trying not to mess up too much while I'm online, um, that's what I'm doing. So this is what you do. And this is the left hand. My right hand is the same size as my left hand. So basically, I just flip it over on the. Come on now, stop getting my nerves. I hate making messes. So basically, what you do is you cut it on up. I'm also watching Batman versus Superman as well. Yeah. So just try. It's getting to the good part where they start fighting each other. So yeah, you just cut this out. Cut this all out, I should say. And you're gonna see it's gonna be a basic glove situation. And like I said, all patterns are easy if you think about it. It's the fabrication and the textiles that you use that make things great. I may even cut out the fabric and start sewing a glove so y'all can actually see what it is that I'm doing and see how easy it is. I gotta see. Depends on how far I feel like. See, I didn't clear enough space. I told you this room is so small. I didn't clear enough space off the table to actually do all that. But well, y'all know how I do it. I have a new little stand. Well, hey y'all, how y'all doing? What's up, y'all? Sorry, Bright Star. I don't think you emailed me. Chantal, baby, how you doing? Everyone's in the room. Okay, man, you guys welcome, welcome, welcome. please like this video, y'all. I know it's only a couple y'all in here was not, but you know, like I said, I'd rather be doing other stuff. It's not about numbers for me, really, like that. As long as I'm showing you my talent and showing you that I can do more than just get on here and cuss and fuss and cause confusion, I'm okay with the numbers that I get. You know what I'm saying? But if you're here, please like the video. I definitely would appreciate it. Now, this is the easy part. It's always the part while cutting around the fingers that gets me. So, that's trash. That's the trash. And you have this right here. How that's gonna fit my hand. But I'm not done with this yet, though, y'all. I'm not done with this yet. This is the base pattern for it right here. Kendra, what's up, baby? I fell asleep, Kendra. You're fine, baby. I fell asleep. So, what we do now is you take our, what I use as my pattern paper. This is just the base over here. What I do now is I take this and I go around adding seam allowance to this. Where's my ruler? Right here. I make my seam allowance with this on this paper now with something bigger. That's why you cut it out so you can make sure you do your seam allowance properly. Sorry about that, y'all. And I put a line here at the bottom as my base, so I know exactly what it is that I am doing. So I can just put this straight edge right here on this straight line and use everything else as my base. And what I'm doing now is I'm adding a 5/8 seam allowance around this pattern right here. So that's how I know that I'm going to cut. So you just make sure, where's my, use your, you gotta have the proper tools if you're gonna do the job. And these are my sewing weights. Little heavy things right here. So keep everything in place. Put it back on here. On that right there. Put just the sewing weights right there. So just keep it in place so when things move. Y'all see that right there? So yeah. So this room is a mess. There's also my crafting room, so who cares? You know. Being an artist, you always gonna have, you know what I'm saying, a lot more going on than you know. And what you just do is you just go around here about 5/8 of an inch. So I'm gonna use regular old simple fabrics. If I was using like leather or something like that to make leather gloves, I'll go out a little bit further. And since I've done this before, I don't really need to measure around it. I know how much seam allowance I'm going to need um, to make sure that everything is everything. You know, so yeah, just go around this area. And that's why you have to spread your fingers out as far as possible to make sure that it is what it needs to be when you put this seam allowance onto it. So just doing that. Put a little seam allowance around everything. And I told you I saved everything. So like this pattern paper I'm using right now is not really pattern paper. It is paper that I get when I got my packages in the mail. So why throw it away when you can use it as pattern paper? Straighten it out. And this is just a remnant of it after making another pattern. This is a remnant of it, things like that. I don't know. Yeah, so now it's not funny. Sorry y'all. Sorry about that, y'all. Got a phone call. Got a phone call. Got a phone call. Got a phone call. So I'm gonna outline what I just know. I already outlined it. I'm gonna cut it out again, y'all. So this is the original pattern. Was not just about the shape of my hand right here. Then this right here, y'all see little big old fat fingers. That is actually. It looks so crazy, y'all. It looks like a big ass clown hand. It is a whole mess. Watch out. Wait, I cut out. Y'all go like, you are so silly. I know I'm silly, y'all. I know I'm silly. It's a big old clown hand. It's a big old clown hand, y'all. When you do patterns and stuff like this, it's always gonna look much bigger than what your actual size is. So just don't worry about it. Trust that you know what you're doing. Trust that you got the right dimensions and things. Remember, it's going to be cut out, and you're gonna sew 5/8 of an inch on all sides. So that's what it is that you're doing. So don't worry about all that. Don't worry about all that. Don't worry about all that. How big it is, how big it seems, how big it looks. Remind you, this is going to fit my hand like a glove, basically. If you want to do it yourself, if you want to do it yourself, you want to make sure that you use your hand for it, so you make sure that you are doing what it is that you're supposed to do in order for you to do the correct measurements for yourself. No. I hate cutting paper. I hate cutting paper. But I like cutting fabric. I don't know why. I'm kind of strange that way. This hand is so fat. I love it. I love it, y'all. Basically, that's what you do. You on here. And this is what you're doing. Oh, well, I did make my husband a sandwich. Y'all know I ate that sandwich. Y'all know I ate that sandwich, right? Just I fell asleep. I ate the other sandwich. So when my husband got home, I made him a brand new sandwich. Because normally he don't like sandwiches like that. He just like regular old plain sandwiches, just bread and meat. I'm like, that's disgusting. Who just eats bread and meat on sandwiches? Nobody. Well, he does. See, y'all see how big and fat this hand is compared to this one. You see what I'm saying? How you have that seam allowance. How you have that seam allowance around the fingers and stuff. So when you are sewing, whatever, the brown area is what the seam allowance is. That's going to be inside the glove. Let me I'm gonna iron this paper out so it can actually be you know, straight when I put it on the fabric that I'm gonna put it on. Yeah. Just gonna go ahead and iron this pattern out right here because on my iron board. You can see. Just gonna iron it out. You know, you can iron paper, right? You know you can iron paper. Just put a little heat on it, straight out, flatten it out, and make sure that everything is everything. Get all the little wrinkles and bumps out of it, so you know that you're doing. Look, all the black girls in my sewing area. All the black girls, baby. My favorite picture in this house is I have two black girls upstairs. Really nice paintings. They're like antebellum type black girls. So let's make sure that everything is nice and iron and nice and flat. So see that? Getting the wrinkles out, just making sure that when everything is done, everything will be done. Okay. Let me put this back over here so y'all can actually see. Okay. My little weights back where they belong. My little weights back where they belong, y'all. This is actually trash now. I'm putting it in my little trash. Just take the roll over there. And you see, like, where my hand is the white again. And you see the seam allowance around all the fingers and the wrists and stuff. So that the pattern's done. The pattern, basically, that's the pattern. That's the pattern. Since that didn't take long and that wasn't much to do or to show, I'm going ahead and keep my original right here, because you can a moth, y'all. Fuck. See, y'all, I don't have the time for damn bugs. Plus, I hate coming down here at nighttime when you open the door. Was not outside. Bugs just flying in here. Shit. Sorry, that done tripped me up, freaked me out. Oh my god. Okay, I'm back. I'm back, y'all. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. Don't be laughing at me, y'all. The mothballs day. Hold up. Someone said someone smelled like mothballs. Someone was reading somebody and said they smell like mothballs. Who was that? Who was that? Someone said that on this weekend. Okay. Y'all want to see sheer gloves or something that's more opaque? But heart attack, I know. No one wants to see all that. No one wants to be around all that. Y'all want to see some sheer gloves? Like I could do some sheer black gloves, or I can do something else. This right here. What's this right here? Can I use this? Can I use this? Would this be enough? Would this be enough? Let me see what this be enough, y'all. If this be enough, I could use this right here, just as an example. If this gonna be enough, let me see. Let me see if it's gonna be enough, y'all. It may be enough. No, this won't be well, it may be enough. Let me see. Okay, let's get this out the way. Let's see. See, this is just scrap fabric, y'all. This is just scrap fabric I'm using right here. So I can just test it out. That's what I do. I use scrap fabric just to test patterns out that I make to make sure that it actually works. So if I start using my real fabric with it, I can actually, you know what I'm saying, know that it's going to work out and work the way I want it to work out. This is just scrap fabric. That's always that's why I say I always keep everything that I have just to make sure. Yeah, this is gonna work. That's gonna work. Okay. Okay. So that's gonna work, y'all. See, it's right here. That's it right there. So it's gonna work. So now that I know it's gonna work, you, hey, you baby, how you doing? Machine. I have several. Which one you gonna look at, baby? I'm sewing on just the one that's already threaded. I need to rethread it. Oh, you actually have to thread the machine. Since I'm using, since I'm using, I'm going to go ahead back. View one thing that since you are here, baby, one thing that I'm going to tell you that if you do go to the iron after every pass, your stuff will look much cleaner and much more professional. If you go to the machine after every pass on the machine, like every stitch you do, not like every big stitch that you do, if you go on the machine with that, your stuff will look much cleaner and much more professional. You know that though. Okay. I'm gonna take y'all back over here to the iron board with me so I can, because I need to cut this on the opposite side because I don't want to have to try to play with it once it's cut. So if I just cut it, if I just put it on the opposite side naturally or initially. Hey Tracy, baby, how you doing, sweetheart? Do you have a foot bath? What happened? Hold up, foot junkie. Do you have? I'm bleeding. No. What happened with your foot? Are you being silly? Oh, y'all so stupid. I don't have time for y'all. I don't have time. Give me 1 second, y'all. Let me put this on the board. Y'all are so silly. Okay, that's there right there. Let me this right here. I got this little cheap phone stand from the dollar store. A little cheap phone stand from the dollar store. So, Tracy, this your late baby. I'm making some gloves. I'm making a glove. I'm making some gloves. So I just showed them how to do a pattern for a glove, basically. And I'm just do this is a test run to make sure that the pattern that I made works. I'm just using some scrap fabric that I had laying around. And what I'm doing now is just pressing it down so that when I actually cut it out, it's easier for me to just to sew and then flipping it out. And so that's all I'm doing right now. Yep, that's it right there. What's up, Sean, baby? How you doing? See how I get that nice thing? This is the inside of the fabric. So therefore, what I'm going to do now, I'm taking it back over here and lay out this pattern. Okay. Just another step, y'all. Just another step. Just another step. This is the first thing of my hand right here. The initial thing. Basically, my hand. Basically, that's my hand right here. This right here is the one with my seam allowance, so I can cut, so I can sew 5/8 of an inch. So I'm using this one right here. This is my original pattern. This is without seam allowance. This is the pattern with seam allowance. So basically, I'm gonna lay this on top of what's this fabric right here. Okay. So now it's easiest to work with because it's nice and flat, and it's iron. So what I'm doing now is just lay it down like this. So that's laid down. Now, you saw me use these right here. These are my paper scissors. You don't want to use the same paper scissors with your fabric scissors. If you use the same scissors to cut paper and fabric, it's going to dull the scissors out. You don't want that. If I had my rotary cutter with me, I can easily just cut around and do it that way. But since I don't, I'm going to have to pin a couple things together. So just pin it. Yeah. And when I pin it, y'all gonna see it. I'll hold it up. It'll be easy for me to hold up. And you want to pin by the fingers, basically. I pinned the wrist, pinning the fingers. See, there's actually people who have talent on here who can show you how to do certain things. It's not always about the mess and the BS that goes on these YouTube streets. As y'all know, I don't mind cussing the motherfucker out, but there's so much more to me than just cussing the bitch out. You know, why can't I do both? Why can't I be talented and cuss a bitch out? Fabric scissors are sharp as well. Exactly. Can't just don't be trying to come in here and trying to, because you are my assistant, baby. You are my assistant, baby. So you know, school the people, baby. School the people. School the people. School the people. School the people. Ouch! Just stuck myself. Okay. See. I can keep a little band of pins right here, so I can just easily pin everything. See, y'all see what I'm saying? Really easy. Oh, really easy, really simple. Y'all see that? Really easy, really simple. Now, it's gonna be so much easier for me to cut in. These are just regular gloves. The pattern goes like just to right here. I'm gonna cut all the way down, so it can be kind of like a little longer. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna play with this. And you want to cut right on the edge. Oh, damn it, these are paper scissors. Fabric scissors. And basically you just want to cut, and you want to keep when you're cutting fabric, you want to keep the fabric flat on the table so there's no craziness that goes on with it. And basically you just want to cut, you know, I should be standing up doing this, but since I've done it already, if you know what I'm saying, if you are kind of comfortable with cutting, you can actually, and everything is pinned down properly, you can actually move the fabric around. That's what I like to do. But if you're beginning was not, you kind of want to move around the fabric itself. So basically, these are going to be like some damn almost winter gloves, but this is part of the talent that I'm going to show for my, when I'm doing my expose. So I'm just making a pattern now so y'all can just see how simple and easy it is. It's not very hard at all. I know it's like it's taking me all day, but you know, it is what it is. It doesn't take all day. Sewing is a process. It is actually a skill that is learned. I'm not a very fast sewer. I'm just a very good sewer. There's a difference. You know, it's a difference. What are y'all saying? What are y'all saying? Me too. I just like watching though. Soothing to me. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Hey, Tessie, baby, how you doing, sweetheart? Oh, okay, I'll check that out, baby. You better go ahead, model. You better go ahead, model. Come through, model. Come through, model. Mm-hmm. Let's see. Let's see. So y'all see this right here? So y'all see the pattern for the glove? Now all I gotta do now is basically take out the pins from the paper, add the pins to the fabric so to keep it in place. So although it's already in place, but I just like to really secure it so when I move it around the machine, it's not an issue. It's not an issue. It's not an issue at all. It's basically you just take out from the paper, fold down the paper. I wish I had a better contraption to show you guys what I'm actually doing, but y'all gonna see it. Y'all just don't see me while I'm doing it. Y'all will see it when it's done, so y'all can see what I'm talking about. You know. And we're gonna put one here. My pins at. You see how I keep everything right here in my area. You know. So yeah, so now we're gonna take this over to my sewing area over there, the sewing machine itself. I'm gonna show you how to change thread, and then we're gonna get this show on the road. See how I pinned it all up? It's all pinned up, all pinned up. Y'all see those pins? Let's take this show on the road, y'all. We'll take this show. Okay, it's gonna get a little loud and crazy. What's this? Oh, see, here we go, right here, y'all. Okay, I have black thread right here. I'm gonna take this black thread out, roll it up, put it over here in my sewing area. Use this gray thread to match the gray seams of the fabric that I'm using. Where's it at? Come on now, come on now. Here we go. So put it in here. There's a little thing you put through right here. Come on now. That's right there. Then you put it right here. Y'all probably can't see that. Then you put it right there. Turn it up. Turn the foot up so you can actually see where it's going. Slide it right there. Bring it right here. And then you put it in a hole. Now I'm gonna find this hole, y'all. There's always a nasty pun when I'm saying something like that. It's in the hole. It's in the hole. Now, the bobbin part, which is right in here, you just open up the little contraption. Y'all see it? Open up the little contraption right there. Y'all see it? Oh yeah, y'all see it. You take that black bobbin out and you insert the gray bobbin in it. You insert the gray bobbin. Do I have gray? Yep, right here. Sorry about that, you guys. Something happened. I put it on the wrong thing. I apologize about that. Um, the gray bobbin right here. So you slide that in right there, and then you pull it out a little bit. You put the bobbin cap back on it. You spoon the feed down to catch it. You grab the thread from the first thread you do, and you pull the bobbin thread through the top of the machine. Now this machine is rethreaded. Let's make sure this is on. Make sure that there's enough, about 3 inches of both the bobbin and the other thread right there so you can use. I'm on my little thing. Okay, yeah, it's on. And all you do now is just sew. Remember, you did 3/5 of an inch. Sorry, 5/8 of an inch. You want to walk the thread through. I always walk through the first stitch. Damn it! See, that's why I'm walking through. Cause I pulled too much. Pulled too much. He did a video on it. Oh, y'all talk about James probably? Okay. Now, that's it. So, what you want now, we're just going to sew. Everything is all lined up, everything is ready, and we're ready to sew. I'll go through the back stitch first, and basically, you just sew. Follow. Sorry, y'all. That I can work this machine. Like around the corners, where I like to walk the machine through, especially when you have this soft fabric like this. I have this fabric is really soft, so you want to make sure that you walk it around corners and stuff. I'll walk it through this little part right here as well, like all the little turns and corners and stuff. Basically, this. Now, mind you guys, this is my first time making gloves, so don't try to judge me. Don't be judging me. This is my first time making gloves. I just know how to do it. I've never done it before. But once you know how to sew, it's the same principles for everything, pretty much, for me. You know. It's the same process for everything, pretty much. Once you know how to do it. Nothing to it, just to do it, y'all. Say, with gloves. Yes, exactly. Definitely. Definitely, Kendra. I'm on the last little bit. What's up, baby? You going to bed? Okay. Give me a second, y'all. Y'all give me a second. Give me a second. Okay, yeah. So all seams should be smooth. Yes, very much so. Very much so, Kendra. See, this fabric is so soft that the pins are falling out. Almost done. This last little run right here. This last little run. Now, mind you, this is just scrap fabric, y'all, that I found just to test out the pattern itself. Down there. Now, let's take out these pins. Take out these pins, baby. And go to the restroom right quick, you guys. Give me 1 second. Let me go to the restroom because I've been having to use the bathroom for like the past 20 minutes. I didn't use it. I don't want to make my bladder better than what it already is. Y'all give me a second. Right there. Wash my hands. Emerge. Victorious. Put this towel back. towel back where it belongs. Okay. We got our gloves, y'all. We got our gloves. Let's remove all these extra strings and stuff that's on these gloves. Inside of it. Damn it. I'll fix that in a second, y'all. Go back over to the ironing board with these gloves to do what my boo told me to do, which is make sure that I press the seams of the gloves on the inside first. Where's it at? Yeah. Okay. So like I said, you want to make sure everything is pressed. You press the inside of the glove to make sure everything is flat and everything is good. Oh, the iron done hit the thing. And then this is just a sample, but when I do the real thing, I'm going to use my serger to make sure that everything is everything. So you want to do both sides to make sure that it's all what it's supposed to be. I'm going to do both sides, make sure it's all what it's supposed to be. Now, you want to flip it inside out. You definitely want to flip it inside out to make sure that everything is what it's supposed to be. Already can tell that it's going to have a little bit more give around the wrist area to fit the hand itself. Or we can tell that by doing the flip thing. It's going to need a little bit more give in the wrist area for the hand to actually fit through it. But it is what it is. Exactly. Yeah. The serger is usually get a professional finish. So things don't look all Hobby Lobby, homemade. You know, I really come on, come on through. So that's why people actually use editing software to do this whole process. They say, "Oh, flip it inside out." Next, you know, it's flipped inside out. You know what I'm saying? Opposed to you actually watching them struggle with it. You know what I'm saying? Opposed to being like me, struggling with it. This also is a good way to make tights and stuff as well. Just you use your body as your own measurements. Got one more to go. You can use I use this right here. I use that right here. There are all different types of things you can use to attach gems to things. All different types of glues and stuff like that to attach gems to it. But also, um you also can buy take this wrist. No. You also can buy gems that have holes on the edge of them so you can sew them on as well. See, it's coming slowly, but it's coming, y'all. It's coming slowly, but it's coming. Hold up. Just gonna. I'll find that pen. I'll find that pen when I find it. Also gonna use this pin to pull it through. Yeah, exactly. Sheer fabric calls for hand sewing. But like something like this, you can this type of fabric, you can always use any type of what's that one glue that's real popular? Something 3,000 or 6,000, whatever it is. Go to any crafting store, and they have all types of glues that you can use, fabric glues and gemstone glues and things like that. Leftover gems and her Mod Podge. That's a good brand. Mod Podge is definitely a good brand. Mod Podge is definitely a good brand, baby. And there's some Elmer's products as well as good. But I use glue for all kinds of stuff. I use glue for painting with my acrylics. I use glue for different types of glues for sewing things, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Any type of adhesive. Sorry, you guys, trying to not do too much. Okay. Now, this is as much as it's going to be like this. Now it's time to do the sewing. Mm. We're going to see how this turns out, y'all. See, that's the glove, y'all. That's the glove. No glove, no love, y'all. No glove, no love. So make sure you get these seams nice and pressed. So there's no buffoonery or foolery in the process. Okay. The glove is made, y'all. Let's put this. The glove is made, so we're gonna see, does it fit? Does it work? And we can see what it is that we need to do to make it work. See, I told you it's kind of tight around the wrist area right here. See, my wrist ain't that small. My hand's not that small, so it needs to be a little bit bigger. I know right now, based on trying to put it on, it needs to be a little bit bigger around here. So that's something I can correct on the pattern. But this still could be used as a, I can stuff it with something. Guess what I'm gonna do, y'all? I'm about to cut off this part right here. I'm about to cut off this part right here and just slip it on and see if the glove itself actually fitting. Now that I know that this part right here needs to be a little bit wider, I know that just by I not being able to fit through my hand. My hand is too big, but I can cut off right here on the glove and see if the glove part actually fits. See what I can make corrections on that. That's why I always use scrap fabric before I try to make something for myself. See. See how I just cut that off right there? Just cut that off. And And now, all that. See. Y'all see how it's on? When I go back through and cut off all that extra fabric that's inside of the inside, it'll fit much better. But y'all see how I made gloves from scratch. See that? Fits like a glove, y'all. Fits like a glove. And see, the process went from this to this to this to having this attached to it, knowing that we need to do some alterations, cutting it off, and seeing that it actually fits. See? Wasn't that easy, y'all? It really wasn't hard at all. It didn't take long at all. How long did it take? 30 minutes? 30 minutes to make gloves? Thank you, Bright Star Baby. Exactly, right. I have that as well, Kendra. I have that as well. But is it all this right here is that extra fabric that is that seam allowance right here. That's all that is that seam allowance. That's all that extra bulk and stuff and tightness is from that seam allowance. So I need to make sure that when I do make the regular ones, I add more to it. And I didn't attach this right here, so I'm gonna go back and sew that up right there because it's coming unfrayed because I cut off the tight. But gloves. Like I said, what's your talent? What can you do? What besides cut someone out and roasting and gagging? What is it can you do? What is it that you do? Show me something. I think I like these gloves too. And I can just add a seam right here and have. Remember I told y'all earlier about having frayed edges on stuff. If I close this up right here and lock this stitch right here on both sides of the seam, and then take a quick little stitch right across the edge right here. It'll still have that frayed edge around it, but it won't fray any further. Gloves, y'all. Let's make some gloves. No gloves, no love. No money, no honey, no cash, no ass. Make these gloves out of we made a glove, not gloves. We made a glove out of just playing with patterns, making a pattern, making the one with seam allowance more, extend the fingers a little bit more on this right here. I do know that. And I also need to fatten this up a little bit more. So opposed to being going in like that, it's going to come down more like that. It's all about trial and error, making sure that you do what you do and making it work for you. Gloves, y'all. It's gloves, y'all. It's gloves. Who say I can't survive if something goes down? I need gloves. Bam. Got my pattern already. And this is just for the left-hand side. Right-hand side, basically the same thing, but in reverse. So make sure that when you do it, if you're going to use different things, make sure that you understand that. The left-hand side is one way, and just flip it on over, and that'll be the right hand side. Opposite way. Oh, I told you I'm watching Superman versus Batman. And this when he died and they're having the funeral. You like Raw? Yeah, right. And like even with this, what would be cool with this right here? Even with this plain scrap fabric I have, if I want to have design with that, I can add like gold, not gold. Well, I can add gold. I can add gold rhinestones to it. I can add have pearl beads to it. I can add black rhinestones to it. I can add sequence to it. You know what I'm saying? Just in like a little design was that I could do like a FJ and add sequence to it. You know what I'm saying? So on some sequence to it with some clear thread and just add FJ to it. Food junkie was not all kinds of stuff. You can do all kinds of even just with the base. This is just a prototype, but like I can cut off the tips and have like motorcycle gloves with it. I can, you know what I'm saying, just cut it like right here. Y'all see those half gloves? I can do a half glove with this as well. You know what I'm saying? And add like a strap or something to it to keep it in place. Like this one pattern of glove, you can do a number of things with that. You know what I'm saying? You know, we can do sheer gloves and add, you know what I'm saying, rhinestones and sequins and feathers and all kind of craziness was not. It doesn't take long at all. See? And this how pretty much far gloves go anyway was not. I wanted to go like right here. That's why I added all this extra stuff to it. Let's see if it works now. See, it still don't work. My hand's too damn big. But hold up. See? See how innovative I am, y'all? Watch this. I think I'm playing. Watch this, y'all. Just with that little bit of innovation right there. A little innovation. Watch this, y'all. Watch this. Cut that little hole right there, baby. Won't he do it? Won't he do it? Won't he do it, y'all? Won't he do it? Got your little half situation right here. Bam. 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 See? Yep. Sure can. Dye it, paint, all kind of stuff. I would want to run Michael Jackson glove. See, that's what happens. It's not the wrist; it's the knuckles part that got me. It's like from this is that whole diameter right there that got me. Even when I go like this, it was too big to go around in the part. So I just got to add a couple inches to it. You know. Just saying. Right. Right. About a quarter of an inch. Actually, for what this is right here, I may have to add like a half an inch to it. I may have to add like a half inch to it. Or a fourth of an inch both sides. But yeah. Yeah. I was going to come to y'all real quick to show y'all this. you know, show y'all this right quick. You know what I'm saying? I think I'll do painting tomorrow because it's too late to be doing painting right now. I think I'll do painting tomorrow with you guys. Like I said, be creative. Everyone doesn't have to be messy. Everyone doesn't have to be into the BS all the time. It's not. Show some talent. Do something. Teach somebody something. Show the world that we're more than just, you know what I'm saying, what they think we are. Feel figured out. Well, the thing is, for you, you have to do it for your own hand measurement. Like I'm pretty sure that for women, this will be this just the regular size, maybe with a fatter wrist. Make sure that your knuckle part right here will be just fine. And for people with smaller hands, this probably will be fine. But my hands aren't big, but they're bigger than this. I know I have to add a little bit more right here and make the fingers a little longer. I do know that. No problem, Bright Star. Like I said, this channel is a little bit of everything. You know what I'm saying? A little bit of everything. A little bit of everything. You'll see it, baby, on replay. You'll see it. You'll see it. But yeah. Yeah, I was want to thank y'all so much for being here with me, watching this with me, sharing this, you know what I'm saying, and just learning something new. We learned together tonight, you know what I'm saying? I had a little bit of knowledge. Kendra has some knowledge. Everyone else has some knowledge as well. And I learned that I need to add more to the wrist area, a little bit more length on the fingers. And I got a cute little boxing situation. You know what I'm saying? You know, of course I can't, cause it's really used to strengthen your wrist. Well, it's not when you're boxing, whatever, you know what I'm saying? So it doesn't it just really doesn't help. But you know, I just want to thank you guys so much for being here. I love you guys. The stirrer is on right now. Oh, shit. Oh, thank you, baby. Appreciate that. Yeah. So yeah, this is what it is. Just basic gloves. Well, it's not, you know what I'm saying? Basic gloves. You know what I'm saying? It's not that hard. Well, thank you guys so much for being here once again. Thank you guys so much. And I love you guys. As I know, it's not that important that I love you guys, but it's more important that you love yourself, that you love someone else, that you respect yourself, and you definitely respect someone else. I want to thank you guys so much once again for being here. If you haven't liked the video already, like the video on the way out. If you haven't subscribed, also subscribe on the way out as well, you guys. Good night, y'all. Y'all. Cause you a mess, baby. Y'all have a great day, okay, you guys? Thank you so much, and I love you guys. I will see y'all either on these YouTube streets tonight or sometime tomorrow. Until next time, y'all. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.